O-Level Chemistry, Paper Code 5070, Paper 1, Variant 1, October November 16. Today we will solve question number 11 to question number 20. Question number 11. A compound containing only the elements carbon and hydrogen has 80% by mass of carbon. What is its empirical formula? To calculate the empirical formula, the first step we have to calculate the percentage by mass of all the elements present in the compound. Now percentage by mass of carbon is given, it is 80%. So percentage by mass of hydrogen, it will be 100 minus 80, it will be 20%. So percentage by mass of carbon is 80% and percentage by mass of hydrogen is 20% in the compound. Now next step, we have to divide this percentage composition by their relative atomic mass. Atomic mass of carbon is 12 and atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So here we have to divide this 80 by 12, we will get 6.66, and here we have to divide 20 by 1, we will get 20. Now this 6.66 and 20, it is called mole ratio. Now this mole ratio we have to divide by the smallest one. Here we have two mole ratios, one is 6.66 and second is 20. 6.66 is the least one, so here we have to divide this 6.66 by 6.66 and also this 20 we have to divide by 6.66. By dividing this 6.66 by 6.66 we will get 1 and here we will get 20 over 6.66, it will be 3. So the simplest mole ratio for carbon is 1 and simplest mole ratio for hydrogen is 3. So the empirical formula will be C1H3. 1 normally we don't write, so here the empirical formula will be CH3. CH3 is given in option B, so correct option B. Question number 12. An ionic compound has the formula XY where Y is a non-metal. Which statement about XY is correct? Option A. An atom of X has lost at least one electron to form a positive ion. This option may be correct because it is given that we have a compound XY that is an ionic compound. And in this ionic compound, this Y is a non-metal. In an ionic compound, electron is transferred from a metal to a non-metal. So here this X should be a metal from which electron is transferred, electron is lost by X and this electron is gained by the non-metal Y. And when an element or atom loses an electron, a positive charge is developed on it. So here this option may be correct where it is given an atom X has lost at least one electron to form a positive ion. This X may lose one electron and by losing one electron, one positive ion will be developed on this X. So this option may be correct, but we will check other option first. Option B, both X and Y share a pair of electrons. Here it is given ionic compound. In ionic compound, electrons are transferred, not shared. So this option is incorrect. Option C, element X is also a non-metal. An ionic compound is formed in between a metal and a non-metal. So here X should be a metal, it cannot be a non-metal. So option C is also incorrect. Option D, XY will not conduct electricity when liquid. An ionic compound in a molten state or in aqueous solution, they conduct electricity. And here it is given in molten state, it does not conduct electricity. So this option is also incorrect. So correct option is option A where it is given an atom of X has lost at least one electron to form a positive ion. Question number 13. In an experiment, 1 centimeter cube of an aqueous hydrocarbon Z requires 4 centimeter cube of oxygen for complete combustion to give 3 centimeter cube of carbon dioxide. all gas volumes are measured at RTP. Which formula represents Z? Here it is given all gas volume are measured at room temperature and pressure. Means here mole ratio is equal to molar volume. So here molar volume for Z is 1 centimeter cube. For oxygen it is 4. For carbon dioxide it is 3. So here we can say we have 1 mole of this hydrocarbon Z. We have 4 mole of oxygen and we have 3 mole of carbon dioxide. Here it is given gaseous hydrocarbon Z. Z is a hydrocarbon. When a hydrocarbon reacts with oxygen, we get carbon dioxide and water. Now here first we balance this equation. We don't know what is the exact formula of this hydrocarbon Z. But here it is given we have 1 mole of this Z, 4 mole of oxygen and 3 mole of carbon dioxide. In this hydrocarbon, we will have carbon and hydrogen. Since here in carbon dioxide we have 3 moles, means we have 3 carbon. So definitely the compound Z will have 3 carbon atoms. Now 3 carbon is given in option C and in option D. So possible options are C and D. Now we will check about the hydrogen atom. Here we have 4 moles of oxygen. 4 moles of oxygen means we have total 8 oxygen atom. And here it is given 3 centimeter cube of carbon dioxide, means here we have 3 moles of carbon dioxide. Since here we have 3 moles of carbon dioxide, so here carbon atoms are 3 and oxygen atoms are 3 multiplied by 2, 6. Here it is given 8. 4 2s are 8. So definitely here it should be 2. When we will write 2 here, oxygen is balanced. Now how many hydrogen we have? We have total 4 hydrogen and 4 hydrogen is given in option C. In option C, we have 3 carbon and 4 hydrogen. So here our correct option is option C. Question number 14. Aqueous copper sulfate is electrolyzed using copper as the positive electrode and carbon as the negative electrode. Which row gives correct information about this electrolysis? Here we have aqueous copper sulfate. Copper sulfate means we have copper ion and sulfate ion. Aqueous means it is in water, so here we have hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. So in aqueous copper sulfate, we have copper ion, sulfate ion, hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. And it is given that this reaction, this electrolysis is taking place by using copper as the positive electrode and carbon as the negative electrode. Here we are using copper as the positive electrode and we are using carbon as the negative electrode. And in the solution, we have copper ion, hydrogen ion, sulfate ion and hydroxide ion. Now positively charged ion will be attracted towards the negatively charged electrode and negatively charged ion will be attracted toward the positively charged electrode. Now here negatively charged electrode is made up of carbon and towards this electrode, towards this carbon electrode, copper ion and hydrogen ion may move. Now if we check the reactivity series, hydrogen is more reactive than copper. So here hydrogen will not move towards the electrode, copper ion will move towards the electrode. When copper ion will be migrated towards the electrode, towards the carbon electrode, at the carbon electrode, it will gain 2 electrons and it will be converted to copper atom and copper will be deposited on this carbon electrode. Now first we check the options. Here it is given at the negative electrode, copper deposited. Here we have negative electrode and at the negative electrode, copper is deposited. So here our possible option is option A. what is given about the positive electrode? At the positive electrode, it is given electron dissolve. Okay, we check now positive electrode. Here it is positive electrode. Positive electrode is made up of copper. Now what happens during the electrolysis? This copper ion is migrating towards the negatively charged electrode. Now when this copper ion will be migrated towards the negative electrode in the solution, this copper ion will be decreased. Now to compensate this decrease, what will happen? This copper electrode, from this copper electrode, copper will be converted to copper ion and this copper ion will be transferred to the solution. So here what will happen? Here copper is converting to copper ion, that is mixing in the solution. Now here this copper is converting to copper ion. Since here copper is converting to copper ion, so gradually this copper rod will be decreased. So what is given here in this option for positively charged electrode? Electron dissolve. So this one is also correct. When copper will be converted to copper ion, in other words, we can say that this copper electrode is dissolved into the solution. Now what about the third column? In the third column, it is given stays a constant blue color. It is also correct. Now the blue color of the solution is because of the presence of copper ion. Here copper ion is migrating toward this electrode, and whatever be the amount of copper ion that is migrated toward this electrode, same number of copper ions is added in the solution from this copper electrode, from this positively charged copper electrode. So here the color of the solution will also remain same. Since here all the points fulfill the condition, so here our correct option is option A. Question number 15. Molten salt of 4 metals are electrolyzed. The ions of which metal require the smallest number of electrons for 1 mole of atoms to be liberated during electrolysis? Option A aluminum, B calcium, C iron, D sodium. Aluminum has +3 charge, so 1 aluminum ion required 3 electrons to convert into aluminum atom. Calcium needs 2 electrons to convert in calcium atom. Iron needs 3 electrons to convert in iron atom. Sodium has only +1 charge, so sodium requires only 1 electron to convert into sodium atom. The minimum or smallest number of electrons are required in sodium. So correct option is option D, sodium. Question number 16. Which two products are formed during photosynthesis? Option A carbon dioxide and water. Option B chlorophyll and oxygen. C glucose and oxygen. D glucose and water. During photosynthesis, in the presence of chlorophyll and in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water reacts to form glucose and oxygen. So the product is glucose and oxygen. Glucose and oxygen is given in option C. So correct option, option C. Question number 17. A student investigates how the concentration of a reagent affects the rate of a chemical reaction. Which piece of apparatus is essential for all the investigations? Option A balance, B gas syringe, C measuring cylinder, D stopwatch. Here the student has to find out the rate of chemical reaction. To find out the rate of chemical reaction, he just needs a stopwatch. And stopwatch is given in option D. So correct option, option D. Balance is used to measure the mass. Gas syringe and measuring cylinder is used to measure the volume of the gas. But for the rate of reaction, just we need a stopwatch. Question number 18. Gold is used as a catalyst in some chemical reactions. In these reactions, gold helps reduce the energy cost of the reaction. Yes, it is correct. Because the function of a catalyst is to increase the rate of reaction. When the rate of reaction is increased, it will be completed earlier, so the cost of the reaction will be decreased. So this point is correct. Number 2, increases the yield of reaction. Catalyst has no relation with the yield of reaction, so this point is incorrect. Third point is unchanged at the end of the reaction. It is also correct. The total quantity of the catalyst before the reaction and after the reaction remains same. So this point is correct. Number 4, speeds up the rate of reaction. Yes, it is the main function of a catalyst. It speeds up the rate of reaction. So here number 1, number 3 and number 4 are correct. How many of these statements are correct? Here 3 statements are correct. 3 statements are given in option C. So correct option C. Question number 19. The table shows some properties of 4 metal chlorides. Which row is magnesium chloride? Magnesium chloride is formed when we react magnesium with hydrochloric acid. We get magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas is liberated. Now first we check the options. Here in the first column it is given color, and for color in option A and B it is given green, in C and D it is given white. Here our possible options are C and D. Magnesium chloride is of white color, it is not of green color. Colored compound we get when a transition metal forms a compound. Magnesium is not a member of transition metal, not a member of transition element, so it will not be colored. It is white. So here possible options are C and D. Now next column, solubility in water. Magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride is an ionic compound, and ionic compounds are soluble in water, so definitely it is soluble in water. Now soluble is given in option D, so correct option is option D. What about the third column, method of preparation? Method of preparation we have discussed that when a metal reacts with an acid, we get magnesium chloride. Metal reacts with an acid. So here our correct option D, color is white. Solubility in water, yes, soluble. Method of preparation, it is prepared by a reaction in between a metal and an acid. Question number 20. A lump of metal X can be cut by a knife. During its reaction with water, X floats and melts. What is X? We have studied that the members of group 1A that are called alkali metals are very soft, they have very less density, and they can be cut very easily with the help of a knife. Now in the options, option D, potassium is from group 1A. So here our correct option is option D. Here calcium and magnesium, these two members are from group 2A. This copper is from transition metal. Only one member is from 1A group, that is potassium. So our correct answer is option D. Okay, we have completed up to question number 20. The remaining part we will solve in the next session. Thank you very much.